Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So my bike has a slow leak, or some would say it's got a flat tire. So today I'm going to show you guys how to fix a flat tire on a Super 73, specifically a Super 73Z Adventure. And yeah, you don't need too much, for you to be able to change the back tire. But all you really need is you're gonna need some Allen keys, and you're gonna need a patch kit, or just an entire tube if you'd like. You're also gonna need a bucket and water, but I'll show you guys when you need those and all the times. But yeah, if you can't tell, I'm pretty sick. It honestly hurts to talk, but it's the only type of content I can make right now. So yeah, let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Consider subscribing or liking. You don't have to, but we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We're almost there. But honestly, just out here for fun. But let's go. Bro, if you guys can, get one of these things. It's actually like super helpful. Can't even lie. First thing you're gonna want to do. Oh, you can barely see me. First thing you want to do, you're gonna flip your bike over. But before you do that, make sure that your display is turned the opposite direction of where you're gonna lay your bike on. So either way, just put your display down towards the ground so that your display doesn't break when you flip your bike over. And I definitely suggest flipping your bike over for fixing the tire. So much easier. Put that kickstand up, make sure the display is down. Other than that, you can press your back brake, lift your bike up, slowly put it down. And boom. That is it. Now your bike is upside down, and you are ready to fix that back tire. Okay guys, so focus. Hold on, give me a second. Anyways, for this, you're mainly gonna need, I would suggest having one of these, or grab one of these, but the main Allen key you're gonna have is a 3/16. It's just about what you're going to only use. But yeah, I'll show you what bolts you need to take off first. Let's go. So, you guys see these two bolts right here? These are the only two bolts you're gonna take off on both sides. You do not need to mess with this bolt here. Like, you don't need to at all. It's just these two, because eventually this entire is just gonna slide off. But or you slide the tire off, make sure to disconnect your back brake caliper and your wire that connects your motor to your battery. Before anything, make sure you undo your caliper. I'll show you right now. Right here. This is your caliper. Right here. Oh my. Right there. Right, this thing. So make sure to take this off first. So let's get that off. And honestly, it's okay. Oh my. So apparently the 3/16 isn't big enough. So maybe it's a 732. Okay, it's a 732 to take off my caliper. Okay. Yes, but I use a headlamp sometimes just to see a little better. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's a good idea. So try it if you'd like, but let me get this off first. Okay, as you can see guys, caliper's off. Mine's pretty dirty, but if you'd like, you can clean your caliper. For now, I'm not going to do anything with it, but now that's off. Then you're going to disconnect your motor wire, which mine is right here. Yours will be too. So take this thing off. There we go. Okay guys, now that we got that off, now we can go back to the 3/16 and we can just undo these bolts. Okay, we got those off. Now, just gotta do the same thing to the other side. Bolts, or just put your bolts somewhere safe, please. Just to make sure. Okay. Now that these are off, let's go to the other side. Okay guys, so as you can see, my bike probably looks a little different than yours. So I took my caliper off. So first, you guys still need to take these two bolts off. Just ignore the fact that I don't have my caliper on for changing gears. Bolts off. Now, just take your chain off, and then you can freely slide your tire out, which I'll show you how to do. Alright guys, see, I got my chain off now. But once you get your chain off, after that, you can just fully slide the tire out, which I will show right now. So now, once you got everything off, as you can see here, oh wait, I'm turn my headlight off. Headlamp. You can just slowly. Oh, okay. So remember how I just said slowly? Mine just completely fell off. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But while you're at it, you can go ahead and check your stuff. See how everything's looking. See this? So now you completely have your back tire off. That's, to me at least, not one of the hard. So you guys have to take your tire off. Okay, guys. Now that you have your tire in front of you, go ahead and check it out. You're going to go ahead and want to find your hand around the nozzle of where you put the air in. You're going to go ahead and deflate it by either, actually, I would suggest using one of your Allen keys here. And you're going to press down the inside of the nozzle here. And once you get all the air out, then you can continue with the process. Okay guys, now there is quite literally no air in the tire. You're actually going to need one more tool once you get really strong fingers, but it's like a tire prying tool to get the tire off of the rim, which I'll show you right now. Okay, so I'm going to get these in frame here. These are what I'm talking about. As you can see, they're like, so you don't ruin your fingers. You just put it under like this. You just pry it out, and you just like go along the edge. It doesn't really matter what size it is. Like this one's super small, but you can also do it with the big one. I don't know. They work literally the same. Actually, the big one's easier. More leverage, but you know what I mean. Definitely, unless you're really desperate, you can use a screwdriver. If you'd like, but I'm gonna damage your rim. But I would suggest one of these. But anyways, let's continue. Once you got this off, now you can start taking it off. Want to flip it over maybe? Once again, just push it off. There we go. Make sure to get this part out nice and safely. There we go. And boom. Now you're your tire all by yourself. Go ahead and take that tube out. Like so. And boom. Now you can start finding your hole. And patch it up. Scooch this back here. Like I said, get like a bucket of water. But do not make the mistake I made. So remember, you're gonna put your tube into this water bucket. So obviously you don't want to fill the bucket all the way to the top, or almost to the top, in this case like I did, because, well, this object takes up space, and so does water. So you're gonna do like almost half, maybe even less than half. And yeah, then you're gonna squeeze slowly through the tube and see where the air bubbles come out of. It might take a few minutes to find it, but eventually you will. So, give me a second. I'm going to dump some of this water out. Oh. Okay, guys. So, once you have your tube in the bucket, now you can go ahead. You can fully submerge it, right? You can go just like this. Make sure all like the excess bubbles come out first from the air. Now, once it's fully submerged, you are going to press down hard. And, oh, wow. So, you're going to see bubbles come up from the spot.
So actually, let's see here. Boom. Oh yeah. Found the hole.
Okay, it was that easy. So you're gonna see air bubbles come out once you press down, and then you're gonna lead those air bubbles to, well, where you find it. And once you do that, get like a rag. Honestly, you're gonna need to take the tire out, obviously. Oh wow, that tire was pretty dirty, huh? Okay, now you can go dump this water out. So you get this. Make sure not to lose the spot on where you found it. Okay, guys. So, as you can see, we have our hole here, and we have our tool right here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna glide this across where we're gonna put our patch. Apply the glue. Put the glue on to the area. Put an okay amount. So now, once you put your glue on, just put that away for a minute. Wait about a minute. Holy, focus. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my patch. Like this. Like this. Just put it on there nice and firmly. Get the edges. And boom. Now I'm gonna press this for a minute. No? It's on there. I personally just got the middle done. Now I'm gonna trim up the edges because I just wanted that as a good seal. Boom. Now you can see the other side. 1, 2. Oh, that didn't go in. 2. Oh boy. Try not to lose any of this. Wow. Okay. Honestly, where did the cap go? Now we hold. Okay guys, once you finish letting it dry, then we can move on to the next step of putting it back into the tire and filling it back up with air. So let's go. Okay, my amigos, once you're done, slowly put your tire back in with the patch. You know, you don't want that patch falling off. And that's honestly all you need. That's it. For now. Once you do that, go ahead and make sure that your tire is on the correct side that you want it to be on. Now you're going to lay your tire down flat. After that, you're going to need to line up the hole with your tire and the rim, so that the air port of your tire goes in smoothly. Now guys, once you get to this position, you can now slowly start to creep your wheel onto here. Boom. This one kind of just slid right on. Just like I got a little lucky. But now, and boom. Just scrub this all the way around. Hold one side in, and then boom. The tire's on. Right? Make sure the tire's on the correct way. Yeah, now you can go ahead and put this back on your bike. Make sure you put it on the correct way, you know. Your cables will match up, all that stuff. Definitely don't want to put it on the wrong way. Right. That'd be a pain. But yeah. So now we're back. And we're putting this thing back on here. Make sure you have your bolts ready. Ready to go. Let's see here. These are gonna go on this side. With putting this thing back on. So you're gonna want to match up the slots. Make sure they both slide in at the same time. There's one. Oh, no, there's one. Okay. You kind of need to be strong for this. You can almost use 2 people. 2, and then boom. You just slide in there. Now, once you got it on one side, now you can go ahead. You can put your bolts in, lock it in place. You don't need to do it too tight, you know, only because. And boom. Okay, guys. Now you're done with that, go ahead. Tire spins. Nice. Now you can fully inflate your tire bag. If you didn't already. I don't, but. Okay guys, now that you have it fully pumped up, all good to go. Now you can put your caliper back on. Reconnect your motor. Put your chain back on. Okay guys, let me go ahead and put 2 bolts. This is one of the harder parts because you gotta line up your caliper without doing any damage. Just tighten it in there. Finger tight first. Going in there. And boom, you're all good. Okay guys, now once you have all the stuff back together, well, the only real thing you can do is now flip it back over, and you're all done. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it. Yeah, hope this video helped you. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out.